Welcome to Eddie Goldsmith's Relationship Flow. We have the opportunity right now to really work together and flow with this corona crisis, or challenge I'd prefer to call it. There's an opportunity to really focus in on your family, focus in on your friends. Personally, I just had the very beautiful Purim, even though there were some big challenges thanks to this corona story with cancellations, but I was able to, which is what this podcast is all about, focus on the family instead and just really try to tune in. Took a bit of work to knock me down by the financial strains it's creating, but thankfully there were some sweet points from kindness and things that worked out at the same time, and that's often part of the flow. As there's a lot of challenges, there's also an opportunity for some positive family focus and family first, and that is something which this crisis can't hopefully remove us from. So let's use this challenge and really tune in to what our relationships and what life's all about. And it can get pretty intense. I just turned 40. I wasn't thinking, imagining or dreaming at the age of 40, and with the hopes of trying to build a Unity bookings business and go ahead with different music artists and the monitor, I wouldn't be thinking of right now just only doing Unity focused content and Muna focused content online to give people encouragement, and that's where it seems to be focused in on right now. And we spoke about this being versatile, and we spoke about it on our other podcast on the Unity flow. And versatility also is needed in relationships. You need to know now is the time to be there for your spouse or for your loved ones, to make sure they have the food and drink and the cleaning things and all the different things. Another important thing is not to panic. Like, mummish freaked out. I really freaked out on Saturday night, and my wife actually got hurt as we were trying to get out of the supermarket, and I do blame myself for that, and rightfully so. And if I wouldn't have panicked, I don't think she would have hurt herself. So, and this has happened to me personally, an accident in the past, also feeling sensitive to certain energies going on. The supermarket was filling up and people were panic buying, and not to react, to really keep focused, to be there for the other person, to not allow the panic to take over and that's going on around us, and to keep focused in a positive way, because in the end everything will be good. That Hashem's going to help all the different stories that are going on around us not escalate beyond ability, that we will survive this and go ahead. And I ask everyone to share their relationship focused content to our Unity Inspires projects at gmail.com email, put in the link below. And also we have a nice video we put up on our Unity Inspires YouTube channel to give some emunah, to give some encouragement to everybody with this difficult challenge that we're all facing. I do apologise about the noise. I just haven't really had time to isolate myself. Literally, I've just been busy with family and back and forth to the different obligations. So I pray for you all to have a beautiful day. I'm looking forward to sharing good news together. Everyone should keep up their relationship focus. Welcome to part 2 of Relationship Flow by Ellie Goldsmith. We're just going to add in a little bit from the previous one. It was a bit short, had to be. There's a lot going on with the Corona challenge, and just updating myself with all the different information. Very important as a relationship flow to make sure you have clarity, to try be as clear as possible to your family. One of the mistakes I made was to allow panic to take over and hysteria and all that stuff, and it wasn't such a positive experience for my family. So on a good note, we can start to clarify bit by bit really what's going on and keep a little bit more focused on the family's well-being. And thank God, that was personally why I was getting upset, because my oldest kids wanted to run out when we really wanted to keep them home. So going out and about is not the end of the world. If you're walking out and seeing the wonderful sky, as Ben Shapiro was saying nicely on his podcast today, seeing the blue skies and seeing everything as it should be, the wonders and influence of Boire, very important to see the wonders of creation, just to remind yourself that we have a world, and everything's not ending. It's just opportunities to grow, and like we said with relationships, to give that stability and that focus and that love, and to realize that everyone's going through a hard time, and to have a bit more compassion and more forgiveness. And please God, we're going to work on that, to be more joyful, to keep the music and energy going, as with Shalom Morris we spoke about in our Muna podcast. Muna's our future podcast. I recommend seeing it. And once again, I would like to hear more Muna content and relationship content, relationship flow content from everybody, and how the unified flow is continuing even in this time that we are all going through this on a global level. We see how in the end we are all affecting each other on all levels and spiritually, and then it comes down most importantly to how we interact, which is what leading the way in our homes and our family, and that relationships are the key to really resolving all these issues. And to be supportive, to realize, like my wife personally, on a practical level, she's put a lot of time, our soulmate, into giving to our children and giving them a schedule. She's written it up and put it on the wall, and very good idea. And the kids have a copy, and they're keeping the schedule of different times to do different activities. And some of the school teachers have sent us some work to do, plus there's all the other activities they're doing, and they have optional times to play and to watch and to do things, and there's educational times, and we have food times. And thank God the schedule's helping our younger kids. The older ones a little bit, once again, harder to deal with. Now it's a little bit of more of a challenge, but once again, not being overly strict, but at the same time making sure they understand that this is a serious thing, and the social scene can't become more important than safety for the family, etc. But nevertheless, I'm praying that this won't last for too long, and in the meanwhile we're all just have enhanced relationship experiences and realize how much we love the people in our lives and want them to be well, and to reach out to people. That's a very good advice I've been getting. Ben Shapiro once again, and the Lubavitcher Chabad sites, reach out to people, see how they're doing. We're having social distance, but like my wife pointed out, physical distance, we're not social distance, meaning we can still reach out to people and touch base and see how they're doing on a phone level or text level, or however we do it. And just want to wish everyone a good rest of the week and a good Shabbos. There's a special Shabbos coming, Shabbos Avarchim Chodesh Nisan. It's a new opportunity, a new renewal of the world, a new springtime of life and renewal and energy. And hopefully we'll tune into that specialness that's approaching with the spiritual level, and that will give us the inner strength to be able to go ahead of all the different things we need to do, to focus in on our family, renewal in our family and our relationships, start again, and to really go ahead with that joy. Anyway, wishing you all the best, wishing everyone good news, and thank you for listening. Kultiv. Okay, welcome to part 3 of Eddie Gold's Relationship Flow. I thought I'd use this opportunity, and I think I'm going to do the same on my Unity Flow, to update. Since with the ANCAP you can just add in files, so we're going to just keep piling on some inspired information. Tonight is very good news. It's the Naam Elimelech Yotzai. He said a very powerful thing, and I'm sensing it, but once again listening to Ben Shapiro, I mean, they seem like such worlds apart, but in the end, we're all one. So this concept of Chevle Mashiach, of the birth pangs of Mashiach, like this concept of how the world's going to be turned over just before the Messiah comes, we're seeing that on a global level right now. So Naam Elimelech said that he had the power to sweeten, to mamtik, to end, to halt the intensity of these birth pangs. And it was in his merit that we shouldn't go through the craziness that was foretold that we see in many prophets and scary religious texts. We won't have to go through such craziness. So let's keep positive, let's keep optimistic. Listening to Ben Shapiro, it's definitely not going to be no water, no electricity, all those kind of things. We don't have to start panicking and freaking out, buying things that are just ridiculous. We can, that way in itself, just having that clarity, once again, having that one combined with Amunah, with the understanding of that they're righteous people praying, and we have merits in this world that protect us from any global destruction. And for sure there's always going to be a Netzach Yisrael, there's always going to be a Jewish nation and the world to fulfill its purpose. So with that understanding and with the clarity of just the economics and the practical side of the way the world works, it's just not going to happen. There's going to be this major disaster. So just you can comfort yourself, comfort your family, and know that we're being taken care of. We're in Hashem's hands. As much as we clean our hands, we have to remember whose hands we're in. And I grew up with that. We've got the whole world in His hands. Yeah. So, and we're talking about Hashem here. So, please God, give that love and that stability and that support to your family, and you'll see things will feel much better. This is Historic Days, co-written by Masha Goldsmith and Eddie Goldsmith. The music dedicated to the healing and the soul of the world in these historic days. Part 1.